Yo, what is up, YouTube and your motherfuckers? Well, here it is, the day we've been waiting for. Year 4 anniversary developer live stream of Dead by Daylight. What's the roadmap gonna be? What's the cool clips from the last year? What's the new killer, the new DLC that's gonna be announced today? And then the PTB will go live following the live stream. I'm super excited. I'm gonna record the entire live event from start to finish, and then I'm gonna put it on YouTube with, of course, me on top of it, commenting as we go and seeing what's going on. I'm super excited for the roadmap. I really hope some cool stuff comes through. Someone's talking about Jason's going to be the killer this time. Wouldn't that be some cool? That would be over the top awesome. All right, guys, strap in. Let's get ready to see what they have in store for us. I'm excited. Let's go. Oh, here we go, boys. 2 minutes. What's this, Montreal? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, there's the offices. 6666 whatever street. How they got to put the spirit on there? Oh yeah, sound guy. I don't know who that is. There's the art dude. Playtester maybe. N64, what? Dead by Daylight's coming to the N64. Thank God. We need it on all platforms. Present, future, and past. Clown Nerd, Legion. We can delete that guy. Oh, yeah, Dick Slingers. Why they gotta put Dirty Neo on there? Oh, they even got a tune for it. I'm excited, man. Are you guys excited? Yeah, I'm getting all revved up now. Oh, that girl just left DBD. Don't know who that guy is. That was last year. Somebody doing some voiceover. Cafeteria. Chef. Let's do it, man. 20 seconds. There's Queen. All right, let's go. Here it is. Yeah, it's the countdown, boys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Uh-oh, we got a trailer. Are they gonna come right out with the new DLC? Oh my God, I hope they do. What is it? I heard it's Jason chat or Pinhead. Oh, that's sick looking, isn't it? Oh yeah, who is it? Oh, what a tease. What a dick tease right there. Ah, I feel all teased now. They didn't even play on my balls first. All purple-headed mushroom, man. Don't touch me, it might pop. All right, let's go. Oh, the blood, the black blood is dripping. That's a sick-looking helmet. I have no idea.
Hi. Welcome, everyone, to our 4th anniversary. We obviously, hope to make a big event this year in Montreal. We were going to invite all of you to come over.
Yes.
We're going to have balloons and animals and
He's got a terrible mic.
But we obviously had to change plans because of the current situation.
Echo mic.
The good news is everybody at Behavior is now working from home. Huge kudos to our IT team for making that possible very smoothly.
No doubt.
And now we're all safe and sound at home. So today we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to have people talk to you from the safety of their home. We're going to present you a lot of really cool content, stuff that's coming in the roadmap for this year.
Yeah, roadmap.
We're going to talk about the mobile game, because obviously we just shipped on mobile few weeks ago, and we are very excited to introduce you to a few people from that team and to make sure that they can tell you what they have in store for you.
Mobile's cool.
We're also going to go over the community, which is you, by the way.
Me?
Thank you very much for being part of that awesome group.
Twitch.tv superstar.
We're going to talk about what it means to us, what comprise the community and how our community team is built and how it works to make all of your dreams come true.
How it all revolves around me.
Some of them
just said it.
Weird. All right. We're also going to talk about a few really cool things. For instance, I want to take a moment to talk about something we did 4 years ago. We talked in the past about trying to be as generous as we can on Dead by Daylight. And one of the things we did 4 years ago was release a little thing called the charity case. So the charity case is a very big package of, I think, 28 items featuring a lot of influencers and content creators from around the world. And all the profits, 100% of the profits on this goes to a thing called the Brain and Behavior Research Fund, which is a cause that's very dear and near to us. And I'm very happy to say that in the last few months, we've now raised over $1 million. Well,
Damn.
You've raised more than $1 million for that very worthy
That's awesome.
cause. So thank you very much for that. It's still up if you want to grab it, if you haven't already, and know that if you do that, you actually you're going to help a lot of people do some good work. So other than that, we're also going to talk today about the upcoming content for Dead by Daylight. We'll see if we have time to get into that towards the end of the show. So in the meantime, I also want to say there's a few things that we're going to go over maybe a little quicker than we would have liked. That's because we also want to take the time to do deep dives on some of these subjects, and we'll do panels, and we'll do blog posts, and we'll do videos and Q&As and all these different methods that we have to communicate with you. We want to make sure that we give you all the information about all these subjects that are dear to you. This year was filled to the brim with new stuff. We put a lot of work in delivering content. We had talked about a few things on the anniversary last year, and since then we've delivered so much stuff.
True.
First, Ghostface came to the game, which was almost a surprise, but really kind of a big deal. Then we had the Stranger Things chapter. I don't know if you remember that. First time we had 2 survivors in the game. An amazing foray into a TV show, the Netflix show that was the biggest thing at the moment. It's still today one of the biggest things out there. Then we released The Cursed Legacy, which was the first time we went back to tell even more of the backstory of some of our characters. And then we just released The Chains of Hate, which was a completely new take on the horror setups that we tend to do with the game. And the first gun in the game.
They got the eyes for me.
We also, this year, released the archives. It's easy to forget that it wasn't in the game, but now it's such a huge and important part of the rhythm of the game and the content there. We've released 3 new tomes for the game, and each one of them came with some improvements to the feature and new types of content.
Cosmetics.
We've also did a major update on
Mr.
Freddy,
Puddles.
a much needed update on Freddy that I think you liked. We did the same for the Doctor and made it kind of a big deal. We have released our dedicated servers as we had promised, and now they are on every single platform. Obviously, there's a lot more work to do on the dedicated servers, but it's such a better platform for us to work on.
Lots of work.
It's a much more solid thing. We'll talk a little bit more about it in a few moments. We also installed a disconnect penalty, which I'm happy to say has reduced the disconnect rate by 35% across all the platforms.
That's a big difference.
An immense improvement on the quality of life.
I see it big time.
We also launched on Switch this year. We then launched on mobile this year.
Everything.
We are now on pretty much every platform out there. And we'll continue for the few
24
that are
hours
left
a
that we
day.
haven't touched yet. We then released what I believe might be the most impressive piece of content, I want to say ever created in the history of video games, but I might be overstating it just a little bit. Bunny Fong came out, finally.
I don't think so.
I'm very proud to say that in the last month, we just broke all of our records by having over 1 million daily users. That means 1 million people played the game in one form or another during a single day.
Down the road,
That's
the game's
crazy.
Huge.
Then we also broke another number this year. More than 20 million people now have played Dead by Daylight, and you're part of that. So thank you.
Woo.
And that's it.
Nuts.
Now we're going to go and talk about the roadmap and really what's in store for next year.
Let's go.
Take it away, me.
Oh, is this all pre-recorded? Roadmap, boys. This is what Daddy wants. Let's go.
Let's get started with two men who
I feel like I
need
just
no
talked to you.
introduction, but still, we'll give them one. Jérôme and Stéphane.
Jérôme.
Hi everyone, I am Jérôme,
What up,
the
nerd?
senior product manager on Dead by Daylight. I am in charge of the roadmap,
He's the
so
big
basically
wig.
defining
He
the features
calls
to
the
be implemented
shots.
in the game.
Hi everyone, happy to be here today. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, I'm producer on Dead by Daylight, and my job is to execute along with the team the roadmap Jérôme is putting together.
Chat the
All right.
audio.
Game health is always a subject that keeps coming back. Last year we had a big discussion about it. I think that regularly we talk about game health. It's something that's going to be at the top of our concern for a long time. Let's dig a little bit more into what it means specifically, at least for the next year for us. Let's start with dedicated servers, which was a big improvement this year. Stéphane, you want to talk about it?
Absolutely. The transition to dedicated servers has been a really challenging experience, but also very exciting one. We're happy to be behind that transition and migration, but there's a lot of ways in which we would like to continue improving gameplay experience on dedicated servers.
Yes, please.
This is going to happen through 3 specific features that will integrate over the next year or so.
Great.
The first one is we're planning on increasing the rate at which our server runs, which is going to have a positive impact on the latency between the player doing an action or doing an input on the client, and that actually having an effect on the server. That being said, even by reducing this as much as we can, the network limitations always force a minimum amount of latency.
Never
Because of
default.
that, there's always moments where what you see on your client isn't exactly the same as what's actually happening on the server.
True that.
So we're adding movement extrapolation to various characters to make sure what you see is as close as we can from what's actually happening on the server.
That's a big word, extrapolate.
But as I mentioned, there's always going to be these things that happen, and in order to prevent that from having a negative impact on the gameplay, we're looking into adding a validation on server and client side of things to make sure any gameplay critical action, whether it is using an interaction, doing an interrupt, doing an attack, landing a hit properly, etc., these are all going to get validated on both sides to make sure no one's actually getting cheated out or into a hit that shouldn't have landed. Probably one of the most frustrating experiences for anyone to have.
Absolutely.
And these are the main 3 changes we're planning to put up, which are going to improve the gameplay experience.
Awesome. The next thing I want to talk about, which is, I mean, it's a subject that we've talked about since day one on Dead by Daylight, matchmaking. It's always going to be a intense subject of conversation. There are more improvements coming this year. Jérôme, do you want to talk about the specifics a little bit?
Yeah,
Give it to us.
So currently, the system is using ranks to matchmake players, but the ranking system is more a time-based progression system. It resets every month. So instead, we are going to use an algorithm, and this algorithm is looking only at what happened during the trial and what was the outcome of the trial. This will help us to define player skill level, and this will help us to create a better and fairer matchmaking system. So this algorithm was already implemented in the background of the live servers, and this since several months. So it was not used for matchmaking, but just for simulations. And now we have some results, and they look good. So now we just need to polish the last details, and we'll be ready for a release this upcoming month, so this summer.
Cool. One of the things also that we like working on, I mean, all of these things are really cool.
They need matchmaking bad.
Live design is something, I mean, it's such a crazy game with an ever-changing meta. Live design is always something that's going to create a lot of talk in the community. When we redid Freddy, for instance, or the Doctor, all these things. We have a few more of these live design changes planned. Obviously, it's an ongoing effort, but maybe you can talk about a few of them, Stéphane?
Over the past 4 years, we've put out so much content into this game, and we keep on adding more and more as every chapter releases. We just really want to make sure that everything that exists in the game right now is up to par with the new content we're continuously releasing.
Take away breakable walls.
And how we plan on doing that is exactly like we did before, revisiting older characters, revisiting existing perks and add-ons to make sure they're still balanced, they're still interesting to play with, they're still competitive, they're fun. So really, exactly like we've shown in the past with a few specific major reworks or just updates we're putting out every update. Obviously, the maps shouldn't necessarily be left to the side for that. We've seen recently with our one of our most recent updates how the fan base reacted super positively to a major update we put out, revisiting a bunch of older maps to make sure the navigation, the palette placement, the vaulting placement, etc. Were as balanced as they can be, were as fun to play with. So we're continuously looking into improving our existing maps while we're still putting out a bunch of new ones.
Look at the loops.
Finally, the third thing we're going to look into over the next year is something that's quite similar to what we did last year when we introduced the endgame collapse, but is going to apply to the beginning of the game instead. This has been a topic that's continuously discussed in the community, and we also feel a lot strongly about.
What's this?
The beginning of the game is a moment where there are a lot of potential things to do for killers and survivors. It can be a stressful moment for some of the roles. So we're really looking at cleaning up and making that start game experience as fun as possible for everyone involved in the game. So stay posted for more details about that.
That's interesting, yeah.
Thank you
game
very
and
much.
Start game collapse.
One of the things also to note is the game is, after so many years, we're now on pretty much every platform out there, almost. We just released our mobile on iOS and Android, obviously. We're now on Switch, PS4, Xbox One, a few PC platforms. That brings up a lot of questions about what are we going to do to make sure that players can play together, whatever platform they're playing on. I think that's a big question. It brings question of crossplay, cross friends, cross progression.
This is the big announcement.
Can we talk a little bit about
crossplay?
Cross Friends is one of our most asked for and requested feature, and we're really happy to say it's finally coming to the game this year.
I knew it.
How this is going to work is that we're adding a search feature and add friends features into the existing friends list that's already available on multiple SKUs, on all SKUs. So you're going to be able to search for friends from other games and just add them directly to your friends list. And from there, you'll be able to form survivor friends or custom game parties and play with a bunch of people from the different platforms directly into a public or private game. On top of that, we're also adding crossplay. It comes with it necessarily, but crossplay is also going to be part of the base matchmaking experience.
Oh boy!
And we're hoping that by grouping a bunch of players from different platforms together on the same player pool, we're going to be able to matchmake you with a much bigger player pool, and thus matchmake you better against people that are closer within ranks.
It's also going to get crushed from PC players.
The other added benefit that we're hoping crossplay is going to bring is that we're going to diversify the meta between different platforms. As we know, people tend to have different habits on the specific platforms, whether it's playing a certain role or playing with a certain character. And by mixing these pools together, we're going to expose and break the barriers between players and habits of different platforms.
Sounds like a clusterfuck to me. Can't wait.
Sounds fun. The question obviously that comes in right after that is for Jargon, I guess, is when is that coming in? What's the timeline? How is that going to be put in the roadmap?
We want to make sure that we can provide the best player experience possible for the community. That is why we're going to release the cross-friends and cross-play features in 2 waves. So first, we are going to introduce the cross-friend features on the PC platforms. So Steam and Windows Store, because those platforms have already the crossplay enabled. And then in the second wave, we will be adding in this pool the console platforms. So PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
Holy crap.
And at this time, all the platforms will be able to play together.
That is crazy.
So in terms of timeline, we expect to have all those platforms being available in the crossplay and the cross-friend features environment before the end of this year.
Awesome.
Maybe he's going to be even bigger.
What about cross progression?
Yeah, you're right. We know that the crossplay topics comes along with the cross progression.
Can't wait.
That's a topic that we have already in our head. We are currently in discussion with the partners, so we can't give much details because it depends a lot on these talks. But that's a feature that we would like to have.
Thank you very much. Next, I want to talk about something that's I find super exciting. I mean, it's all really cool to talk about what's coming this year, and we're always happy to be transparent and tell people, but this one is kind of dear to me. The game has been going on for about 4 years now, and some of the big updates that we've done, especially on the visuals of some of the maps and things like that,
really get people excited. And obviously, we've also learned a lot in how to create assets in the last 4 years of working on this. So what's coming in the next year, among other things, is a huge graphic update. I'd like us to talk a little bit about what we're going to do with that, so that Dead by Daylight can continue to not just be relevant and be a game that people keep playing, which we keep saying we want to do, but we want to make sure that Dead by Daylight is a game that can stand proudly next to all these next-gen games that are coming in the next few years.
Yeah, so last year we updated the Larry's Memorial map, and it was pretty great. The feedback from the community was really good, and even you, Mathieu, was asking me how we managed to make this so frightening. So this year we're going to go beyond this. We are going to update all the maps that are in the game.
What?
But that's not going to be only that. It's going to be a massive graphical update.
Jesus.
We're going to review all the special effects, the animation, and we're going to add more lighting in the game so we can play more with the tension and the creepiness in the trials. We really want to deep dive into the core aspect of Dead by Daylight, which is horror.
Damn, and that's like
so now
detailed.
It's 4 years of assets that we need to review. So it's going to be a small task. That is why we're going to do it in different phases throughout the year. The goal, as you mentioned, Mathieu, is to stay true to the nature of Dead by Daylight while also continuing to be the reference in horror gaming for the years to come.
Yeah, they're like
awesome,
anti-aging, which is really cool.
And just to specify this, we actually did put a full team on just that task, making sure that we can ramp up every single asset that we've had, which there's a lot of stuff in Dead by Daylight since its inception. Now, talking about graphic update is really cool, but everybody wants to see something. Is there anything we can show them at this point? I mean, it's early on, but there must be a little something.
Yeah, we are very excited with what we have done so far.
Yeah,
so we have some assets who are still work in progress, but of course we want to share with you what it's looking like.
Put it in me. God damn. I'm ready. There's the phone booth. Oh, it's all crumpled looking now. That's pretty neat. The grass is definitely different, right? Did the grass look different? Yeah. Weird. Alright, what's that gonna look like? Dude, it's a lot more detailed, isn't it? Damn. And look, it actually looks darker. Please, not darker. Oh, that's cool. That looks really neat. Yeah, it's awesome they're like even revamping everything in the game to make it look modern and keep up with the times. Oh, is that brighter? Please let it be brighter. That's pretty nuts. Soon, TM. We don't care. Just get to the killer. I think
all right, let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes Dead by Daylight this amazingly rich and passionate environment. It means groups of people who interact on every single possible social platform, in person. It means people who play together. It's even the people who play by themselves and never talk to anybody. So it's important for us to be able to break it down and figure out exactly who is part of the community and how do we listen to them? How do we get close enough that we can actually hear what makes them happy, what makes them excited, what worries them, all of this. We need to know about that. So the other part of community for us is the community team. It's our team that we built. Obviously, this was a very small thing. 4 years ago, it was pretty much just Dave and Ash and I talking to you live and trying to sift through every single forums, which we couldn't do, to today where we have a team of, I think, over than 50 people internally, some people sitting at their desks in the office, some people sitting at their desks all around the world in different countries to represent the different, pools of people around the world. And then we have, people who are halftime and people who are doing this out of the goodness of their heart. We have people that are part of the mods team, the community management team. It's a big machine, because for you, community might mean you and your friends and the people you play with, and the forums you visit, whether it's Reddit or Nico or whatever. But it's maybe 100, maybe 1,000 people that you feel are part of that Dead by Daylight community. You should probably know that there's probably hundreds and thousands of these pools of people around the world, and each and every one of these has their culture and their desires and their worries, and all of this is something that we need to have an understanding of, and that's what our community team internally is tasked with doing. It is a daunting and quite intimidating task, but they've been doing an amazing job at it, and we're going to talk about exactly who these people are and how they do their job.
Bring in Queen.
Gabrielle Murphy is going to take us through that. We're also going to have Gab Malvar talk to us about the Fog Whisperers program, which is a super interesting bunch of people that are helping, bring the good word of Dead by Daylight to the masses as possible. And then we're going to take a little moment to talk about all the community events and activities that we have in store for the celebrations and for this year. So here we go.
Welcome to the 4th anniversary community panel. I am not Queen, lead community manager on Dead by Daylight. I'm very pleased to have you with us today. It's my
cocksucker hat, chat.
What a crazy year for Dead by Daylight.
The cocksucker hat.
Grew exponentially, and with it, our community blossomed. Well, blossom is a fancy term to say it got a shit ton bigger. Back in September, the addition of the Switch to our console family and the release of a chapter like Stranger Things brought a lot of attention to the game and a lot of new faces to our community. Last month only, we hit a record number of players connecting to the game, with over 1 million people playing DBD over the span of a day. But for some, the game itself isn't enough to contain all their love for Dead by Daylight. You guys want to discuss, argue, create art, breathe, and live DBD. This community lives on different platforms, social media, forums, Discord, but all of it shows the same pattern this year: growth and engagement. Just on our forum, over 80,000 discussions were created this year, and over 800,000 comments were posted on these discussions. Our official Discord channel grew to welcome over 100,000 people that play together and exchange on live chat about the game every day. But it doesn't stop there. Dead by Daylight also has an international community with dedicated community managers on local platforms that most of you probably never heard of. VK, Billy, WeChat, Nico. We even have a special Twitter channel for our Japan community only. Nothing could be possible without our ever-growing community team of volunteers and staff. And here's a cheesy montage to present all these people to you.
Who are they? I've seen a bunch of them face to face. I've met a few of them. Did I see Dragon Slayer? Is Dragon Slayer part of the DVD community thing? There's Mandy Talk. I want to see her face. I'm trying to see if I know any of these names. I don't know most of these names. Scorpio. I know who that is. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Okay, that montage was beautiful. Cheesy AF. You guys have proven over and over again how much you love the game. Here is some of the community's finest work.
Time for the artwork. That's pretty cool. You can eat it. What? Oh, that's really neat. Like recording yourself while you do it. I don't get into too much of all the art and all the cosplay stuff. I just played a video game. That's cool. Damn. Yo, that's crazy. That's really cool.
Before we go see what the Fog Whisperers have prepared for us, it is now the time to reveal our winners for the community in-game outfit contest. After last year's success, we were sure we wanted to do a redo for the 4th anniversary. And this year, you guys blew us out of the water. It was a super hard choice to make.
Yeah.
We started by going over the 1,000 entries, one by one, and ended up selecting 30 per role. So Jesus. 30 for killers and 30 for survivors.
We get a really cool killer
then, our art and creative director ended up choosing our winners. Here are our final nominees.
Ding. Oh, wow, that Huntress one is sick. The Huntress one is sick.
Drum roll.
Huntress, please.
Here are our 2 winners.
Oh, man, it's the freaking Legion. Street Style Club, that's cool, though.
Congratulations, out of over 1,000 entries, yours
got a
was
thong
chosen.
on, baby.
Fog Whisperers, take it away.
That's us, that's me. I didn't put in a clip for this, so I'm not in it.
And I'm the influencer manager for Dead by Daylight and Dead by Daylight Mobile.
Don't you mean DBBTSR Mobile?
No, Trapper. I'm here to talk to you about the Fog Whisperers.
That's cool.
Oh, look at the time. Gotta go.
The Fog Whisperers are partners of Dead by Daylight, and they create awesome content, such as live streams, YouTube videos, and animations. At every chapter, we provide them with blood points in the PTB and Auric cells to buy cosmetics.
Yeah.
They also receive DLCs for giveaways and content to reveal to the community.
Yeah.
Quiet.
The Fog Whisperers are represented by this logo, shown on streams and videos.
That's
they
us
can also
now.
be worn in game too,
We just signed
as
a new
charms on
deal.
their hooks or butts. Now you might be wondering, how does one become a Fog Whisperer?
Yes, I was wondering that.
All of
but,
it.
Can you
A
tell
lot of
me
that. Trust me,
everything
chat,
all
a lot.
over again? What
Bring your
is
splash guard.
Fog Whipperer.
Next scene, please. The Dead by Daylight team is always looking for killer content, so be sure to tag us and include hashtag
Hey man, they think
into
I'm a
the
killer
fog.
content creator,
And
chat.
who knows? Maybe you'll
Thank
be
you.
next to whisper in the fog.
Swish, 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 swish. There's Ots.
Okay, I can explain that. I can explain. I thought I was in a completely different. I can explain that. I can explain that. 3, 2, 1. Ah! See?
That was ridiculous.
I'm gonna try to get in the selfie. Hold on.
Hurry!
Yeah. That's good.
Actually,
that's a really good one.
I need to smack the son of a freaking toxic.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. That's a good one.
If you could bait them long enough, they don't pay attention.
Oh, this is from the
You could get the end game.
This is from Twitch Rivals.
Holy shit, this is intense. Onward. Oh god, what's gonna happen when they meet? I don't know.
Don't knock them down. They're both using controllers.
I'm dying. Is there someone in there, Vince? Is he in there?
This is us.
Yeah, I'm getting him, brother. Don't worry, I'll get him. You liar! You fucking lied to me! You
That's
are
me!
Boys, yeah!
Me!
Yeah, Vince win! Yeah!
Damn right we win. Damn right we win. Oh, that was tight. That's my old hat too. Look at that. Oh! Damn!
Well, okay then.
Nice shot.
Blowing up this one. I'm just gonna have to.
Maple,
Dude, DBD's got so many good moments, man.
Maple.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's
What?
better than yours. That's, oh my god!
Holy shit!
We made it to the
Please
4th year
leave,
stream, boys.
Please leave. Please.
Oh my god!
And that is how it feels to be a Fog Whisperer, always shouting yes at the top of your voice.
That is nuts.
Seriously though, congratulations to everyone in Behavior for this fantastic 4-year journey. I'm so grateful to be allowed to represent a game I love to people I adore. Congrats on 4 years, guys. You knocked it out of the park.
Ogie from
Hey
Australia.
guys, it's Otofu here. I just want to give a quick thank you to both my community and the Dead by Daylight.
They didn't ask me.
Throughout the past 4 years, I've gotten so many awesome opportunities. I've gotten to travel to Montreal and meet the team. I've got to play in Twitch Rivals. I even got my own cosmetic in a game that I freaking love. But most importantly, I got to grow one of the most amazing, supportive, and kind communities that I could ever ask for ever. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this if it wasn't for all the people that I've met throughout the years in this community and on this game, and I just want to say that I appreciate it so much. Happy 4 years, guys, and here's hoping of many, many more.
Very nice.
I want to thank my Dead by Daylight community so much for being here with
This
me
guy's
since
awesome.
day one. I would not
I've
be
met
where
him.
I'm at without you. Gracias.
He is held up.
Howdy gamers, it's Toki.
What up guys, it's Crunchy Egg Rolls.
We want to give a huge shout out and thanks to Behavior
They're
and
the
the
new
entire
ones.
DVD community.
And shout out to the Egg Roll Empire, Small PB Gang.
Shout out to the Burrow, you beautiful buns of the fog. We are your newest recruits to the Fog Whisperers.
Mama, we made it! Anyway, I'll be seeing y'all around. Till next time, it's peace, love, and booty!
We're heading back to the campfire. Stay safe out there in the fog.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my community, my Dragon Army. Thank you guys so much for supporting me over the past year with my Dead by Daylight content. I really appreciate it. We've had some goofy times, some crazy ones, and we've been exhausted on the ground more times than we'd like to count, but it's been great. I've had an amazing time this past year. And also thank you so much to the team at Behavior for creating this game and continuing to support it for as long as you guys have. There's been so many new additions, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Yo, what is happening, guys? It is Scorpions here. I just want to say again a thank you to my community and to Behavior for allowing me to be a Fog Whisperer. Back when I joined the Fog Whisperer program, I wasn't even a Twitch partner, so the Fog Whisperer program allowed me to better grow my channel, to get my name out there, and at the same time it allowed me to give codes out to my community to give them something back as well. Anyways, guys, I'll be off, but remember, always boop the snoot.
That's crazy.
Bonjour à tous, je suis Excelite, un Fog Whisperer français. Je tiens à remercier mon incroyable communauté pour son soutien lors de cette année de partenariat sur Dead by Daylight et je souhaite à l'équipe de développement ainsi qu'au jeu un joyeux 4e anniversaire. Amusez-vous bien.
Have fun.
Hello everybody, it's Polyester here. I just want to say what an honor it is to be one of your community Fog Whisperers. The highlight of my year has to be our streamer charity event that you all supported, helping us raise over $30,000.
Man.
Thank you all for a great year in Dead by Daylight. I'm looking forward to the next one and to many more to come. Hats on, Tinfoil Gang.
What the hell is that?
Hey everyone, this is Zinc. I'm the creator of the Discord bot Elemental, which Dead by Daylight uses on its Discord server. I'm a software developer. I've been playing Dead by Daylight since 2016, and I really love coffee. I'd really like to say thank you to Entertainment 720 and the whole Dead by Daylight community Discord for being Elemental's first supporters. Also, thank you to the Dead by Daylight development team for creating a game I've spent countless hours enjoying. I look forward to seeing Dead by Daylight continue to grow, and I'll be right here alongside you guys. Happy 4-year anniversary, Dead by Daylight. I'll see you guys in the fog.
Hello nerds, my name is Nafi. I'm from Southern California. I've been playing Dead by Daylight for almost 3 years. Dead by Daylight is one of many games that I can get bored of with all the new content that Behavior works hard on to keep us invested.
My name is Avi. I'm also from Southern California, and I have been playing Dead by Daylight for 2 years. I actually found the game through watching my husband play, but I did not care for it at first because every time I watched him play, he'd be dying on hook. But eventually I played it, and now I am hooked. And I want to thank Max or Buffers for introducing me into the DVD community, where I made a lot more friends than I could ever imagine.
My appreciation goes to every Island Pro for keeping the game fun and entertaining and making me want to play it a lot more.
And of course, thank you, Behavior.
どうも、日本の K2 です。DFC というデッドバイデイライトの大会を開催して約3年になります。デッドバイデイライトが大好きで、自分が参加したくて始めた大会でした。多くの人に興味を持ってもらうまでしばらく時間がかかりましたが、デッドバイデイライトを通じて続けることの重要性を学ぶことができ、すごく感謝しています。そして、デッドバイデイライトのおかげで私には2つの夢ができました。有名実況者さんたちである夢のようなお祭り的な大会を開催したい。あともう一つ、世界中の上手いプレイヤーが集まる大会を開催したい。そんな大会ができたらワクワクしませんか？ DVD ほど熱くなれるゲームを私は知りません。これからも DVD を一緒に盛り上げていきましょう。
Thank you, Gabzilla and our Fog Whisperer, for that really dynamic segment about our content creator program. For our 4th anniversary, the community team has organized contests, raffles, play sessions with devs, and more during the month of June. So the schedule will be available on the social media. Stay tuned for this. And finally, I want to thank everyone that contributed to our community this year. Stay safe. Please continue to discuss, argue, and love the game.
Cocksucker
this
hat.
is why we do it. See you next year. Hopefully not in my living room.
Just get to the new killer already. We know about mobile. I streamed it.
Let's talk about mobile. This year, super exciting. We finally launched Dead by Daylight on mobile. It's a huge thing for us. We've been hard at work on it for a long time, and it's finally in people's hands. So let's take a moment. Valentin and Julia are going to talk a little bit about what it took to get to that and what they have in store for the future.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Dead by Daylight mobile panel. I'm Valentin, associate producer on Dead by Daylight mobile, and I'm joined by Julia. Hey Julia.
Hi Val, I'm Julia. I'm the community manager on Dead by Daylight mobile. So we've had an amazing journey on mobile so far this year. An incredible number of people have been backing this project since we first announced it. We have had over 1 million people participating in our beta phase who stuck with us while we worked on adding content, features, and polishing the game throughout the testing phase. As of April 16th, we are officially launched in most regions around the world, with more to come later in the year. And we've already hit a landmark of nearly 3 million players.
Oh my God. That's
so
crazy.
Launch was a very exciting adventure.
Oh my, it's nuts.
We, as most people around the world, were currently working from home, and we were working from home for the launch. It wasn't what we expected, to be launching it all from our own homes, but it was a great adventure, and it worked out really well. The launch was a huge success with a lot of players coming in, as Julia said. And for us, it was the culmination of 2 years of hard work. We started the DVD mobile team 2 years ago to bring the same PC consoles experience to mobile phones. And having it released to the world in April was a great success for us. So Dead by Daylight Mobile is that same great experience, that's very stressful and very scary as what you can see on PC console, but on mobile. To bring that, we had to do some adaptations specific to mobile. So the controls were, of course, adapted so that we could play on touchscreens. We also made changes mostly on the UI UX side. As we all know, Dead by Daylight is a game that's played very much with sound. However, most mobile players don't have won't have their headphones with them or can be in very noisy areas. So we adapted it so that everything that you will usually hear, you will see graphically represented on the phone, so you can play without headphones
being sexually
or sound
frustrated.
on. We also introduced the Blood Market, which is our adaptation of the Blood Web. So it's a more mobile,
it's nice how they all
user
share
experience
everything.
friendly version that still gives players
Offerings
the
are
same
shared through
great
everything.
rewards. We also added a lot of mobile-centric features, including a new tutorial, which is shorter and, of course, shows the mobile-specific changes and allows players to get into the game faster. We also added exclusive skins, daily word calendars, and a lot of other features, but also the disconnection bots, which have been tremendously popular. These are bots that take over when a player disconnects from the game, so that the people who are still there can actually finish playing. The bots are quite good if you've played against them, and they allow people to actually
Bots know
finish
exactly
their
where you're at
file
all the
and,
time.
end the game.
All the time.
Another key difference from PC and console to mobile is that mobile is free. It is completely free to download, and you do not need to pay to win. Most characters and customizations can be unlocked through playtime alone, and any other ones can be unlocked through keeping up with daily challenges and other in-game rewards. It's also a really good time to start Dead by Daylight Mobile right now. Like I said, it costs nothing to download on Google Play and the App Store. And thanks to the community hitting the stretch goal of 1 million pre-registrations, you'll also be starting off with another free character and a bunch of in-game resources as well. So we've had, like I said, we've had a lot of people install and play the game so far. So we've got some cool stats to bring to you. Since launch, we've had millions of trials played. Within those trials, there have been 12 million generators fixed, 44 million killer hits, and 4.5 million survivors who have outwitted the killer and managed to escape.
They're the lucky
So these
ones.
stats are just from the first few weeks of being live globally.
Wow,
there's a lot more to come, and
For
we'd like
like
to
a
share with
month?
you some of the things that
A
are
month or
headed your way
two?
in the coming months.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so we have our roadmap established from June to September of this year. We're going to be doing releases on a monthly basis, so that you always have something new and fun to try out and fresh. So the releases are going to be alternating between 1 month focused more on new content, and then the other focused more on quality of life and new features. So you can see that in June we have a new map coming in for people to play around with. And then in July, we're focusing on more like quality of life and improvements. Then August, we'll introduce a new killer and a new map. And then in September, we'll have a brand new feature for you to explore and play around with. Nice. All those releases also include new customizations, so you can spruce up your character.
There's a lot of really cool stuff lined up. Something else we're committed to doing with every update is spending time working on improving performance, stability, and polishing the game overall.
These microphones,
launch is just
chat.
the beginning, so alongside new content and features, we'll be continuing to improve the game in whichever ways we can. So before we go, we want to say a huge thank you to the community who showed us so much love over the past year of beta, all the way through to our big launch in April. You have supported us in so many ways, from just enjoying the game to helping us beta test, telling your friends and family about us, creating your own unique content with the game. We really could not do this without you, and we look forward to many exciting anniversaries to come with you in the fog.
Thanks so much for playing the game. We're really happy to have been able to release it to you to play, and we're excited to bring more Dead by Daylight Mobile.
Get to the new chapter.
See you in the fog.
Move on.
Thanks for joining us today. We'll cap off with a little montage of some of the great in-game moments you've sent to us.
Oh, I actually might be in this. Yeet. There's Sonya. We would play with him with Paulie and the King. Oh, he's a god. He's good at winning flashlights, man. He's really good at mobile. Suck it, nerd. I think I'm in this.
Fuck my damn it! I fucking just bit my tongue, dude.
We hosted this guy one night. We were done.
I bit my tongue.
It bit his tongue. Oh, we didn't make it.
Yeah. Okay, I've just been told we actually can take a little moment to talk to you about what's coming next. So, let's take a step back. About 4 years ago, first licensed chapter we've ever had was Halloween. Probably one of the top legends of the horror movie world. It really legitimized us as a great reference for horror in video games.
Yes.
Today, we have another landmark moment where we're going to present to you,
I think it's gonna be Jason,
a huge deal. For us, it's amazing. We've been fans of this.
I'm excited. Let's
license
go.
For a long time.
Spit it out.
We're very excited to show you and to let you hear what it sounds like when we bring these legendary icons into Dead by Daylight.
Or Jason.
So
let's
roll
go.
the clip.
Here it is. Here it is, boys. What we've all been waiting for. New killer hype. There's a school. I don't know who the girl is. I don't know much about lore. I have no idea who it is. It's a school, or yeah, it's a school. Man, who is it? I don't know. Oh, it is Pyramid Head. Oh, it's the Silent Hill chapter. Shit, let's go. Dude, did you see the barbed wire behind him? That looked awesome, man. Oh, the pyramid was in the floor the whole time.
Hey, I am super excited
Dude, that was awesome.
to finally be able to reveal to you the next
chapter. They told us
chapter
about
of
this
Dead by
last
Daylight.
year at the anniversary
we
stream.
are going into a video game horror classic.
Awesome.
We're going to the realm of Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, boys.
Silent Hill was one of the first horror game I played, and
I never played them.
Absolutely fascinated.
I don't know anything about them.
Oh, I'm really happy to be able to work with such a fantastic license. Let's start with the map. So there's a lot of really cool locations in Silent Hill.
It looks like a school.
We decided to use one of the most iconic ones. So we bring you to Midwich Elementary School.
Another inside map, chat.
The two-story building is filled with thematized rooms, so all the Silent Hill fans will be able to revisit a famous location. There's a music room, the chemist lab, there's the nurse office, there's all of these little secrets around. There's obviously this
the hooks are cool.
exterior courtyard in the middle of the map. That's a very
neat
new layout in Dead by Daylight. Even the clock tower is there. We've also filled the map with all sorts of surprises
that
and
is
secrets
cool.
for all of you fans out there. A lot of winks to the Silent Hill franchise.
That's a
Survivor
super
of the
nice
chapter
ballad.
is Cheryl Mason. You might know her as Heather Mason. That's how she was called as the protagonist of the Silent Hill game. Cheryl's a very interesting character. She's a powerful protagonist. She's also conflicted, and she went through the ordeal of facing the Silent Hill nightmare. We learned through the Silent Hill 3 narrative that she is the reincarnation of two souls. So we really wanted to show into her perks this duality, and also her link to the dark forces of Silent Hill. So let's talk about the perks. Soul Guard gives you endurance after being healed or after recovering from the dying state. But also, if you are currently cursed, you can recover from dying by yourself.
Is that mend? Oh,
Cheryl's second perk, Blood Pact,
you get a double
links
hit.
you to the obsession. So if you or the obsession are injured, you will see each other aura. As soon as one or the other is healed, you'll gain the haste effect for a limited time.
Who? Haste.
And last but not least, the third perk, for the first time, gives the power to the survivor to control a little bit the entity. Repressed Alliance allows you to call upon the entity to block generators. With this chapter and character, we also introduced a new type of cosmetic called Legendary Skins.
I don't like the first one. That one's cool,
Legendary outfits are really cool. They are not just an outfit. They actually completely change the character you're controlling. So for example, the first legendary skin that's going to appear in this chapter is Lisa Garland. you'll be able to take Cheryl Mason and transform into Lisa.
Oh, that's cool.
The killer of the chapter is none other than Pyramid Head, and he comes to Dead by Daylight with the name The Executioner. And I just want to add something here.
That's
the
really
Pyramid
cool.
Head that's coming to DVD is the classic Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2.
Look at that blade, man.
Straight from the tormented mind of James Sunderland.
It's badass.
Pyramid Head's power roots itself in the dark forces of Silent Hill. So first of all, obviously you have this big, giant knife that you're wielding. And with it, you have a special
More
attack.
breakable walls!
The special attack is a range attack that goes even through collision.
Damn!
Where it gets really interesting is that Pyramid Head can
Awesome.
plant his knife in the ground and draw trenches around the map. These trenches, when the survivor goes through them, will make them tormented. The tormented is a killer effect
sick.
that at first seems like it's not doing anything. But if you're suffering from the tormented killer effect and you're in the dying state, that's where it gets really interesting. So Pyramid Head can, instead of grabbing you and bringing you to a hook, he can decide to call upon the forces of Silent Hill, which will grab the survivor and send him directly to a cage of atonement.
That's awesome.
The cage is similar to a hook in mechanics. The survivor gets stuck in there, he can get saved by others, and he will go through 3 phases as well until he is sacrificed, just like on the hook. The thing though is that Pyramid Head saves a lot of time. All the grab, the transporting,
Yeah,
and the hooking,
really?
that's done automatically.
Dude, he sounds really cool.
When the survivors are ripe for a sacrifice, if they are caught in the tormented killer effect and in the dying state, Pyramid Head will be able to call upon a final judgment on them. That's a way of saying that
my
they
God,
can
he
kill
sounds awesome.
them instantly. It's like a mini Mori. Now let's talk a little bit about the perks of Pyramid.
Dude, this guy sounds
They bring you
disgusting.
tools for deception.
This is
The first perk, Force Penance, will give the oblivious
It's so
status
cool.
effect to a survivor that protects another survivor from a hit. Pyramid Head's second perk, Trail of Torment, will make him undetectable when he breaks a gen. We'll also highlight this gen in a yellow aura for the survivors. And the last perk, Deadbound, will link a healer to a healed survivor. If they run too far from each other, they'll suffer from the oblivious status effect. So
that's
it.
crazy.
That's the Silent Hill chapter.
Oh my
Again,
God,
we're
that's gonna be
super happy and
cool.
proud to have had the
Oh,
chance
that
to work
last
with such a
perk's gonna be
fantastic
so
franchise.
cool.
Personally,
I
I'm a
love
huge
that
fan. I'm
last
super
perk.
stoked to see all the stories that's going to happen with these characters. I'm
Dude, I
glad
think these
that
perks are
Pyramid
pretty
Head
freaking
and
awesome.
Cheryl have a new life.
That last one's
into
gonna be
our universe.
ridiculous.
What's also super exciting is that the PTB with
Right now.
the Silent Hill chapter will be available right now. So you'll be able to download it and try it for yourself.
Hell yeah.
And it's going to be released also very soon. As a last message, I would like to say to everyone, to all of you fantastic community, happy 4th anniversary.
Can't believe I get to do
Thank
this
you
for a
for
job.
all
It's
your
so
support,
awesome,
all
man.
the ideas, all the
Oh, I love it.
meaningful
Thank you
discussion
all.
that we have online with all of
So
you. You've been fantastic, and I'm going to raise my glass to several more years. Cheers.
Wow,
Dude, they
thank you,
outdid
Dave.
themselves, man.
How awesome
I
is
feel
that?
like they've outdid themselves.
Okay, listen to me. I'm going to say that.
Crazy.
If you want to play Silent Hill in Dead by Daylight, if you're on PC right now, the PTB is happening now. You can go press the button and play Silent Hill in Dead by Daylight.
We're going to.
Now, for everybody else or the people who don't like the PTB, you can wait until the full release, which is going to be about 3 weeks from now. We'll give more details as things come along. But
Dude,
if you
that's
are
sick.
eager to get your hands on the Silent Hill
Yes,
chapter
that
of
was
Dead by Daylight,
disgusting.
PTB right now. Now, I have to take a second, step back and give a huge thank you, a big shout out to everybody who makes this happen. So that's everybody on the team, whether it's the programmers, the artists, the designers, the community management team, the marketing people who make sure that you
We get
know
blood
about this,
points
the
for the
PR,
PTB too,
the
boys.
people who are doing the video editing, the capture,
it's so
the
disgusting.
people who are doing all our
This
data
chapter looks
analysis.
so badass.
Every single person that's
So
involved in this
badass.
project, from close or from far, thank you so very much for the amazing work that you do every single day. It's really appreciated. I think that we can all agree that this is a special team full of crazy passionate people.
Go.
So thank you. And then a huge thank you on top of that to you out there, every player out there, everyone that is part of what makes Dead by Daylight such a vibrant and exciting community to play in all the time. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being constructive and positive and being supportive of what we do. And thank you for following us in this sort of crazy ride that we are on. We are so humbled and excited to celebrate our 4th-year anniversary with you today, and we are eager to celebrate a few more in the coming years.
Well, I guess that's it. That is all. Man, Silent Hill chapter looks... Dude, that killer looks badass. Trenches and cages and freaking automatic Moris at the end. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to put this on YouTube right now, so if you missed the dev stream, it's right here. Come see me on Twitch. Play me in the fog. Let's go.